What is up, guys? Original Star Wars fan here, back at it again with another Star Wars related video. I've seen this trend out right now of making videos about what the lightsaber colors mean, but I haven't really seen anything about what Kyber crystals are. So I figured I'd do a little bit of research, go into detail, and give you guys a brief overview of what Kyber crystals really are. So let's get started. What are Kyber crystals? Kyber crystals were force-attuned crystals that grew throughout the galaxy. Some areas did have a greater abundance than others. The crystals would concentrate energy in a unique manner through the force, almost resonating with it. Now, Kyber crystals were both composed of organic and inorganic matter. They were stable at temperatures and pressures found in the core of large stars, and they were also impervious to fire and hammer, along with having intricate patterns on them. Very cool stuff, you know? They had no real lifespan and could be found in sizes small and large. True Kybers were only found in the veins of pure Kyberite. If the crystals had impurities, it was regarded as a false Kyber. Crystals were typically brought to the surface of planets by the movement along fault lines and exhumed from high temperatures and pressure. Kyber crystals were most notably found in Ilium's crystal caves. They were a critical component to the construction of lightsabers, for they focused energy into the weapon's plasma-like blade. It's basically the only reason a lightsaber can work. The crystals shared a relationship with the Jedi for tens of thousands of years and actually willingly welcomed them. Jedi younglings traveled to the caves to harvest their own crystals to build their very own lightsabers. Now, the Force guided the younglings on their selection process, which I find to be very cool. If the crystal was cold to the touch, when the Padawan would pick it up, then they knew it wasn't meant to be. But if when they did pick it up, they could hear the crystal's song, that's how they really knew it was meant to be. The crystals lacked color before being chosen, and once they were chosen, they turned typically either blue or green. In some rare cases like Mace Windu, you have purple, or the Temple Guards, you have yellow. Or for Ahsoka Tano, white. But I mean, it's typically most Jedi have blue and green lightsabers, as most would know. The crystal's blade color was decided through shifting to match that of the owner's nature. So, however the owner was, it would shift and kind of match it, which is crazy to think about. That something it really proves that it's an organic being, that it can sense the nature of who you are and adapt to it. Let's see. The dark side users had to dominate the crystal and bend it to their will, while light side users were welcomed to use the crystal at will. Now, the process of bending the will of the Kyber crystal causes it to bleed its red color, just like if it was a living being. And that's what gives it the standard red for the Sith. Also, another cool little fun fact is that in Ahsoka's case, the reason she has the white lightsabers is she was able to heal the bleeding crystal, and by doing so, and by healing it, it turned white back to kind of like its colorless self. So it's crazy that the lore goes that deep into like little side stories, and how a crystal that powers a Jedi lightsaber can be known as something that's organic matter and having a force connection with its users, and that it can go into that much detail. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little brief breakdown on what Kyber crystals are. Like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. Any video ideas, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And as always, may the Force be with you.